Today I talked with my friends. We just hanging out, doing dinners, and he said to me, he asked me this one particular question. Farace, why personal brand is so important to you? And I keep silence about it. About 2 seconds. I keep thinking and thinking. Why is this guy want to know the answers? And then I respond to him. Hakim, personal brand is so important because it's actually a reflection to you, like you watch yourself in the mirror. And then he immediately changed his facial expressions. And I asked him, Hakim, what actually happens to you? Is it something to do with your work? Just to be honest with you, he works for a multi-billions airlines industry, and he's been the top scorers inside his corporate world. But this made me surprised when he actually opened his mouth and tell me the stories. He said that he will be getting laid off. Wow! And I surprised with that statement. So I asked him, how can you know that you'll be getting laid off? And Hakim said, well, I know it because today AI can replace your job. And I keep thinking about you. Why are you so obsessed with personal brand and social media? So this is the moment of realization to me, is that even though you have a very good job in your corporate world, in your business, you have a lot of clients to begin with, but in reality is that if you don't have a strong personal brand, eventually the company will think you as a liability instead of an asset. So in the world of AI today, when your job can be replaced with AI, why the company wants to retain you? They need to pay your salaries, they want to reduce their expenses, and this is why they want to eliminate you as fast as possible. Now look into this perspective. Hakim said to me that he's currently looking for a job. And I said, well, that's great. Looks like you want to move up from your corporate world and you have any options? And Hakim said to me, yes, I have a lot of options, but I need to go for an interview session. So how come a personal brand helps me? So this kind of things, this kind of thoughts actually made me want to make a videos about this, because I want it to help you as well. If you want to look for new jobs, then personal brands is a must for you. If you want to elevate your careers to a higher level, personal brand is a mandatory for you. When you go for interview sessions, so I've been to more than 20 interview sessions and I nail it, all of them, to be honest with you. And I keep been thinking about this and how can I help you with your own personal brand to nail your interview sessions. Well, the first thing first, you might be wondering that you don't have a personal brand, but in reality is that you already have. You already have your own personal brand. It's just that you choose for it to be not visible enough. What I mean by that? When you're thinking about personal brand, you might be thinking that, oh, this guy must need to have a presence online, this guy need to have a blog, this guy need to have a YouTube channel. But in reality, it's not. It's not all of that. But you need to understand that a personal brand is actually a reflection of you. A reflection of you looking yourself inside the mirror. And when you understand that, you already know that you have your own personal brand. So a mirror is just a reflection, but a mirror tells you a lot of things. Because a mirror is actually an eye for other people outside there, how they perceive you, how they understand you, how they look at you. The way you dress, the way you appear, the way you sound, the way you talk, all of it are your personal brands. And in reality is that your personal brand already existed, especially in your corporate world, in your business world, where people know you. A personal brand is actually the things that people talk behind your back while you're not aware. So I tell Hakims, if you want to nail your interviews, then you need to have your own personal brands that you already have, and this is the time for you to surface it out. And he said to me, how? How do I want to do that? I don't even know what his personal brand is. So in a way like this, if you want to go to interview for Fortune 500 companies outside there, and you'll be competing with hundreds of applications, hundreds of candidates that have degrees, diplomas, or masters, doctorates. So how can you be stand out in front of other people? The first thing that you want to do is that you want to be assimilate with other people. Trust me, because a lot of people outside there are thinking that if I want to go to the corporate world, if I want to work with the Fortune 500 companies, I need to wear a fancy clothes. I need to wear a blazers, a suit, a nice necktie that look so professional. But the thing is that among all my 20s past experience, being in interview sessions is actually one little thing that will make a difference. You need to be remembered. You need to be remembered. And how you want to be remembered is actually the things that can differentiate you between other people outside there. Just imagine this. You will walk into a room of 5 candidates in a row like this. And then in front of you will be 5 evaluators, 5 interviewers. And among these 5 candidates, you are sitting in the center. So what will make you different? Your personal brand, the things that you wear, the things that you dress up, how you dress up, how you talk. And this is the things that I wish somebody told me before this. But thank God, I realized it, and I want to tell you. People are judging you by its covers. Even though there's famous quote outside there that tells people, don't judge by its covers, but in reality, people are judging you by its covers. And hence, your first impression is very important. If you wear the same clothes as other people, all people wear white shirts, and you also wear white shirts, then what makes you different? The first 5-second rules when you enter the interview sessions area, when you enter the room and you sit down, the first thing that we look at how you dress. I honestly tell you, I don't wear fancy clothes in my interview sessions. I just wear my normal clothes like this. These are the things that I feel very comfortable with. And that's immediately within the first 5 seconds, I've been remembered for. So when I work into the companies, I just ask the interviewer, why you choose me? It's because you're so different. You're different in a way that you feel so confident when you just wear normal clothes, let alone if you just wear fancy clothes like us. How much difference can you make to our companies? So, I've been thinking that actually getting out of the norm is actually the way that you want to be in the norm. So, the norm is actually you want to work a 9-to-5 job for this corporate world. So, you need to be out of the norm by just being yourself, not trying to assimilate with other people. And these are the things that will be the triggers for you to be remembered. And I say, what are the things that you talk about me? And he said, well, actually, Farace, we talk about how you dress. And when we want to emphasize somebody, we can't remember their names. So we just tell them, oh, this guy that wear hats during the interview sessions. So immediately that triggers the sparks that we remembered you. So that's the reality. You need to be remembered. So your personal brand is actually you. But if you choose to hide it and assimilate it among all other people, then what makes you so special? What makes you so different? When you want to establish your personal brand online, it's just about amplifying the things that you have. It's not build up your own personal brand. It's actually amplifying the things that you already have. And this is one of the misconceptions. And I really want to tell you that the other things that makes you remember is that the last statement that you made. And please use this. This is very important. Please use this when you reach your last statements. With that, I believe that I can help your company with a different perspective to grow even further and beyond. Think of it like that. Your last statement during the interview session will actually make a difference. It will actually kills your interviews, or actually will makes you to be called for your next interview sessions. Well, I hope that this helps you in a lot of ways. So if you want to have a strong personal brand, then keep binge watch all my videos on my YouTube channel, because I believe that you have endless of possibilities outside there to build out your own personal brand in a more positive way, authentic, original, and simple. And lastly, you need to be magnetic.